It'll always be freedom. It'll always be freedom.
Welcome to Conversations in Anarchy. My name is Laura and I'm your host today. On 31st of May to 1st of June, Anarchapulco is presenting the NonComformist series. And there are going to be 13 plus speakers with their hands-on approach to the challenges that we are facing in life today. So check it out on anarchapulco.com and grab your tickets there. But today I am happy to be together with Vistara. That's how I call her. And she is the owner and the host of Bambuddha Center in Acapulco. Hi, Vistara. Welcome.
Hi, Laura. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. So lovely.
So it feels like not so long ago we were together during the Anarchapulco and in yoga sessions and retreat that our team usually have at your place. It's so fantastic. So thank you so much for that time.
I love that time with you guys also.
Yeah, we love it. We love it, really. It's so nice. But today we're gonna talk a bit about your talk on the NonConformist series. Can you reveal the theme and a little bit what's gonna be in it?
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me into the talk and being part of your life. My life is better knowing that you are in it and all of you. That's so beautiful. And creating these moments, these special moments. So the talk, thank you also for inviting me into that talk. I think I expanded a little bit, maybe too far. I was actually asked 4 questions, and those questions expanded into a whole sharing the web of my life. But if I wouldn't go into that, then the whole idea of what Bambuddha is, or where we directed to, or where we coming from, as in Bambuddha itself, wouldn't really make so much sense. So I had to expand a little bit more. And that's basically what I'm talking about. So bringing in all my personal vision and teachings of life and being together with others and relationships, and what is going on in life around Bambuddha, because we've been there now for 25 years. So obviously a lot of my life does happen around Bambuddha. And that is basically the main theme. So maybe you want to go a little bit deeper into any of the specific subjects. Is that what you would like?
So I will, maybe we can start for those that doesn't know, many people that have been attending Anarchapulco and some other people. So they have either been at Bambuddha during their retreats or being there, staying there as a VIP plus ticket holders, or just coming to yoga sessions or something. So some of the people watching us, they know what Bambuddha is. But for those that watch us for the first time and see you for the first time, could you describe to them, like short, what is Bambuddha?
Bringing that into a few words as to why Bambuddha is a special place is, for myself, a little bit difficult, because I always say, come and feel it yourself. So it's like, for me to say it's a special place, yes, obviously I will say it's a special place, but definitely please come and feel it out for yourself. So Bambuddha is a retreat center, a holistic retreat center that myself, my husband Christian, and my daughter Ananda, who was born there, created, all with our beautiful staff and beautiful people like yourself that have come there since 25 years, seeding the seed of love. And it's a family-run business. the intention and vision and mission have always been seeding the seed of love from the very beginning, incorporated with the elements. So from the very beginning, I worked with the earth and the water and the air and the fire and the space in all aspects of my life, creating a space of consciousness, creativity, and healing after having traveled, for many years in different countries, especially in India, where I sat with many beautiful teachers, especially in the ashram with Osho. And after sitting there so long on the white marble floor, I said, that's what, I want to seed that somewhere in Mexico. And having flown my plane for so many years, the first thing I visualized was having a hangar on the beach. So having the hangar on the beach, then the room started creating around and the whole space for the retreats, and retreats started happening. So yes, inviting different walks and different teachers of life to come and participate, not only in retreats, also in ceremonies and in rituals, and yes, as I repeat again, from different walks of life. So some people come just for a stay. They say, oh, well, from so many retreats, can we also come and stay for a while? I said, okay. So we opened the space during the week or on certain weekends or certain vacation dates when there's no retreats going on. You can come in and we do fastings, we do deparasitations, we do liver cleanses, we do processes of deep transpersonal psychology work just to be able to release, especially in this high-paced life right now, where I firmly believe that because we are still from a generation where phones didn't exist, but now with the whole phone culture, I firmly believe that a retreat is not anymore a 3-4 day retreat where we say we're retreating from life. That's actually the term of retreat, but actually more of a long term. So we'll get to that, I think, in a moment when we go a little bit more into where is Bambuddha headed to. Does it sort of resonate what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes. And I also, can you tell our audience the name of your homepage? Because it is really nice also to go and look.
www.bambuddha.com.mx. Bambuddha is BAMBUDDHA.com.mx.
I will put it also in the descriptions of the video so everybody can go and check out and read about the different retreats and ceremonies and see. You have a really great video there with a nice music that gives kind of an impression as well. I can personally tell that Bambuddha is in a way really simple and peaceful place, and really it's and really gives the feeling of safety, especially during the ceremonies and that I have been participating with medicine, you and Berhard, who has been present during those times. You really create this safe space. And I was on the last Conversations in Anarchy, I was talking with Yasa. I don't know, you probably have met her.
Yes.
Sometime. Yeah. So she's a somatic therapist and she is also working with different medicine, 5-MeO. But we were talking about this safe space, that it is so important because if many people, especially maybe younger, even teenagers, they want to try out different things. And then they probably do it mostly with their friends or some, and maybe all of them are, trying something. And then sometimes the experience can be a bit stressful, actually, and probably not so healing as it could be. And especially because there's usually no one who's guarding the safe space. also during the ceremonies that I have been part of, if somebody experienced some strong emotions like crying or screaming or laughing hysterically, for example, and for us others to know that you are there and you're looking after us, and we don't have to worry. We can surrender to our medicine, and we don't have to worry about, okay, is that person is okay? Do we need to go there and check out? It's not, no. The person is okay because Vistara is there, and she will make sure that this person is okay. So could you tell a bit about this safe space? Because you mentioned the seed of love, and love is also something that feels safe.
Yeah.
So how do you experience this safety?
Yes, that's a very, very important question, or direction, that how to direct our mind, or what is a safe space? What are we looking for when we're looking for a safe space inside and in community and in a physical place or in a surrounding? And so yes, it's been very, very important for myself to create that. And I can't even describe how. It's just something that has grown, and it's grown somehow, probably because of so many complicated situations that I've lived through myself. Not even complicated, because now I can just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, but nevertheless, living also in a culture here where it is always this little bit of an idea of, like, yeah, my home is your home, but it's not always. I mean, it can be anywhere like that. But I wanted to really create a place where my home is your home. And that home idea the idea of what is home is safety, right? You like coming back into your room, whatever the room is, if it's a tiny little place or if it's a big or a very light or very dark. But so like the idea of home is like, even for the animals, when they go into their cave, and it's like their safe spot, right? So Bambuddha, I that's like in the deepest part of my being. I said that safe spot for beings that come through and can just let go. That's why also it is a rustical place. It is a family-run business, because family is the idea of home also, and rustical in the sense of not because is like old or dirty, or no, on the contrary, rustical because we're using natural materials from nature, and so a lot of wood and bamboo and plants, and so being in contact with nature, that also gives a safe idea, no safety, because every time we get in contact with nature, we can like breathe it out. No? So obviously the proximity to the ocean, I mean, it's a conditioning, also an education. So our background, what idea do we have on safety as to places? Is it a place? Is it a person? Is it an environment? Is it a community? And so we always want to belong and feel safe in a community, no, in a space. So getting back to Bambuddha, I'm just rambling now because this is an interesting question. What makes us feel safe? So Bambuddha, as you walk in, and that's probably something I've learned over all these years. I just watch somebody walk in, and I'm so in tune with that person already as he walks in, she walks in. So I not that I don't know anything, but I feel into the person. And what I want the person to feel is safety. I want that person to feel safety in Bambuddha immediately as she walks in, being able to let go and being in whatever space he or she chooses to be in, right? And does that sort of explain?
Yes, just continue.
Yeah.
because also when I'm listening to you, I also have this question, because what is, there should be some qualities in you as the host that makes us feel, us that are coming to Bambuddha, feel safe. And
Okay.
how do you feel it? How do you feel it in you? Because it is one thing to create it in the environment, that it is kind of closed. It is kind of closed and also open. That it, like for example, me coming with our kids, we know that they can see the boundaries, the borders, like very clearly, like physically, but also that we have this feeling that, and inside these borders, if something happens, everybody gonna tell us or tell them or help them. And also, yeah, this feeling, but there is something in you and in Christian that you are so, at least to me, you appear very calm and very, I mean, you of course you express clearly if there is something, but it's very, very clear. It's very clear and very calm and very direct as well. No talking behind the bushes or something. How do you did you always had this in you, or did you have to work to create this this kind of stability and safety in you, or in you as a family?
Okay. Thank you. I'm deeply touched, and it's obviously it's a delicate, sensitive fiber you're touching there, because yes, I am asked that, and I would call it life, as in some of us are born with it, some of us maybe get it through life experiences, some through harder experiences, some never have the experiences and have it, or they don't have it. I don't want to say I have anything. I think part of that, what that is, and I have a hard time saying what I am, in the sense of I like hearing, and it's like, oh, good, thank you for saying that one, and then I see that quality in myself, and it's like, oh yeah, that's probably what the person is resonating, but I would never say it about myself. Although now that you're asking me, we'll have to go a little bit deeper into it. Like, yes, there's many letters with the letter C. So calm, curious, compassionate, creative. There's a whole series in Buddhism. We actually use them. It's very beautiful. I'll write them out to you on the WhatsApp later. All those letters with C are in such a positive vibe. So definitely I have educated myself to just replace whatever negativity there is immediately with positivity. So keeping that energy, that vibe in myself. And that includes being calm, being curious, being compassionate, being loving, so yes, that comes out in the video probably a little bit more as to life situations that happened from a little girl that was already there, that very intuitive side, and very, very delicate, very sensitive. I'm very, very sensitive to others' energies, very sensitive to fluctuations in energies. I can now say that I can allow myself to move around, understanding the energies, if I want to be there or not. Before, maybe not so much. I just expose myself. And now I can I make the choice. I can make the choice and say, I'm going to move along with it or not, because of my sensitive energy. So yes, obviously it's a lot of thank you. A lot of humbleness, which I don't like using the word so much, but yes, life has taught me to to bring my head down a lot. So it's been very, very in deep prayer. And that is something I took on. And carrying the load of Bambuddha, although it seems like such a light project, it's like, so it's beauty and light, and that's the project, the mission, the vision. Nevertheless, it is a load, and that load is also deep prayer. So that's what I can say about myself. I mean, it's just it's very hard for me to answer this.
Yeah, that might
it's
be.
like talking about myself. It's much harder than talking or, going into somebody else's world, because that's what I do. I go into other people's worlds and I see and I create with them and find new ways of reinventing. And although I can reinvent myself inside all the time, but talking about myself, it's like it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Not in a bad way.
Okay.
I mean, so
maybe then we can talk a bit about love, because you also mentioned that your work in the Bambuddha has been a lot about sowing the seeds of love. And could you, because love is also something that probably each of us would experience differently. And it's sometimes really difficult also to explain. But if you would try to explain how you see or how you feel or how you create or these seeds of love, or how do you sow them, and how do you take care of it?
Yeah. So just rewinding a little bit, because we somehow cut off from that safety and that subject. I do want to say that the studies that I wove into Bambuddha and into my life helped me a lot to create that in myself. So especially transpersonal psychology, especially many philosophical studies that I got passed down from my mother, and just weaving that into my life, those teachings. So those teachings definitely have gone through me, and I have found my way and my vocabulary, my way of sharing it. And then that coming back to love and seeding love. Actually, it's not so difficult. I mean, yes, we all say, oh, love, love is such a word that everybody uses. I love this, I love that. It's so misused in a way. But really, really what all human beings, or all beings, all sentient beings want and need and thrive on is love. So a very, very good teaching in the transpersonal is also, there's a book actually that my teacher wrote on it. It's La Ley del Amor. It's the law of love. And so where there is no love, just put love onto it. And that goes for all of us. When there is not love, put love into it. So if there's a situation coming up where there is no love, obviously watch the reaction. How are we going to react? Are we going to react violently, angrily? Are we going to react? Yeah, it can seem like, oh, we're putting our boundaries, and it's fine. All that is fine. Nevertheless, it's creating situations that are not in line with love. That's the way I see it. Right? So in the sense of a situation comes up, what do I need to do? Just give it love. Yeah, a person comes into Bambuddha. What does the person need? The person needs love. Okay, you can say, how do you know? Maybe he doesn't want love. Maybe, who knows? Okay, who knows? I feel it. So usually, first thing, embrace. A good hug always helps, right? I mean, we're all so fearful of physical touch, and many cultures are not touching anymore. So especially here also, it's like, a woman doesn't go up to a man and just hugs and why not just hug? I mean, that I got actually from India. We were hugging all day for half an hour. Everybody was just standing around hugging. It was so beautiful. Just being in that love energy. Okay, you can say, well, what else? The eyes, the contact, the energy, we can feel it. Okay, maybe you don't get on with everybody. No, maybe you don't want to send everybody that love energy. Love and sexuality and passion is very different. Love, unconditional love, the mother love. That's why that's also teaching, saying that visualize all beings as if they had been your mothers. So even the insects, visualize all insects as if they had been your mother in another life. Then you're not going to kill any insect. Why are people going around killing animals? I mean, okay, that's again, I'm not going to go all the way into that subject, but it's like, so love the insects, ama el prójimo, love what's around you. So in Bambuddha, I love my staff. I love my people. I love the locals. I mean, it starts from the guy coming. Is it the garbage man, or is it the guy bringing something to the door, or bringing I go out and I send them love. I send them loving vibes. I send them good vibes, because they're the people I live with, and I have to have a good relationship with them. And I believe firmly that good relationships first in our family, what surrounds us, and then with our neighbors, and that expands and it expands and it expands. And that's just a law of life, and it's an attitude thing. So attitude, love, it's just a word. I don't usually like using the word so much, but it's a vibration. Imagine all the world being in this love vibration without having to take any drugs. I mean, come on, it's so easy. It's so easy. Everybody can do it. We can all chip into it. And that's somehow maybe the message behind everything in Bambuddha, is that, come into that love vibration. And I do firmly believe that something of that sort does happen there, that people that walk in do chip into that. And maybe they only take it out for half a day or for a full day or however long. But let's keep that vibration going for longer, not just for an hour or two, for longer spaces, and let those tentacles go out and really reach out. I'm a firm believer of that. And I like to.
Thank you. Thank you. This is also, I can tell when if somebody is going to yoga, even like the morning class, or I'm sure when you're having those yoga retreats, it is like listening to you now, you're bringing these kind of deeper ideas or deeper questions, or to feel things also during your yoga sessions. And I think often, at least I have experienced that even if I feel tired, or even if I feel like I cannot manage all the asanas, but you will definitely gonna say something, even if it's gonna be like one word or one sentence. It's gonna be like, yes, okay, I needed to hear this. And that was probably why I came here. And then of course yoga itself is really good. And also for me, looking at you makes me feel very happy, because you are still so so vibrant, so strong, and as Berhard said, you are this spiritual warrior goddess. That there is this strength, that probably because you have experienced so many challenges like fires and hurricanes, and I don't even know everything, but like really serious disasters in your life, that you have gain this kind of strength that is also visible in you as a woman, that you are strong, loving, giving the safety, and having the insight in life and in people, and also still so beautiful and vibrant. And that, I think, to many of us that have been visiting also gives this inspiration, because, for example, especially in Latvia, where I am originally from, I am 40 years old, and my friends that are my age, and they are starting to have like the aches in the back, or some something that requires some surgery and stuff, and they are, they are only in their 40s, and they are saying, yes, I am in my 40s, what do you want? This is like natural way of life, that we are starting to get our chronic disease, and we are not able to move as we did, and we are not able to do everything as we did. And then to me it sounds like, oh my god, what are you talking about? This is awful. How can you
That is awful. Yeah.
That is awful. And then I'm going to Bambuddha, and then there is like this, yes, exactly, it's still, you don't, the age is not the limit. It's not like you have to be this or that at a certain age. The possibilities are so many. And maybe also you could tell about these retreats that you mentioned about cleaning and like exactly the physical. You mentioned liver cleaning and parasite cleaning.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk a bit about that. People can also experience there.
Yeah. Also, just to rewind again, everything you just asked me, and everything that's actually in the video that you're going to see at the end of the month. So all those stories, I hardly talk about them anymore. So I just want to say that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to see them, because it's like all those stories, those hardships. And when somebody asks me directly, I will share, and yeah, I can laugh about it. But it's not as if I go around talking about these things. So somehow it came out into the video, and there's a lot of information there of all these years, and it's all in the Bambuddha web, and how that has formed me in a way. And not only me, my family, my relating, my daughter, my relationship to everybody coming in, and the depth and what the retreats in Bambuddha actually mean, or where they can take you, although they are most of them 3 to 4 days, and then the deeper ones a week. And now what we're heading to is a long-term stay, which also I went a little bit deeper on in the video. But the retreats, the typical weekend retreats, I have different teachers coming in that either we co-create, some I do myself, or some are co-creation, or some are just with teachers that come in. That we have most of them on the website. So yes, there are many yoga retreats. Yes, there are many meditation retreats. There are Buddhist retreats. There are dancing, arts retreats. There are silent retreats. There are Ayurvedic cooking retreats. There are, I mean, you name it in that sense. But the Bambuddha retreat is the 3, 5, 7, or 10-day fasting retreat with colonics, cleanses. So you come into an immersion and stay with us, and I'll guide you through it, during which every day there are different sessions, and there's sessions with me personally, and then there's, depending on how many people come in to do it, or groupal sessions. There'll be yoga every day, there will be meditation, there will be a temescal therapy, which most of you know. If not, it's the equivalent of a sweat lodge, but much more deeper, because I'm going to guide you through it.
I could say maybe it's a sweat lodge for your spirit.
Yeah, okay, exactly. And then in combination with the ice, and then we go on the lagoon and we do night walks. And so it's like it's an experience. So it's not only, I'm just going to do my fast, but it's a whole experience around it. So in the deparasitation, I'm very clear on what we need to be taking in. We start with the full moon, and the liver cleans, we start with the new moon. So there's certain cycles all around the year. I recommend people to do it at least once a year. And it takes about a week. Or if you're going to do both cleanses, it'll take you about a month. So the whole process now is getting into Bambuddha HolistiColiving, where we invite you to stay for a month to unwinding. We are living such a high-paced run right now that it's not just, okay, I want to do it. I'm going to come to Bambuddha and do a fast for a week, and then I'm off again. And so we need time to unwind, get prepared for the whole process, do the fast, do the cleans, whatever it's going to be, the ceremony, the whole ceremony week, if it's going to be with medicine, we have all that set, and then have time for the integration. I have noticed in all these years receiving so many retreats and people in, that the integration, if they're out back in the world and they're doing the integrating out there, yes, we can be in touch with them. Yes, we can receive feedback and, hey, and how are you doing? But it's like some time to integrate. So for anybody out there who needs or has the time, a month, 2 months, 3 months, every year, just to unwind, this is a possibility. And there's only 10 spaces available. And these 10 spaces are going to be filled up constantly, so as to be able to do these programs on a long-term basis.
And this is one of your new programs, right?
This is the new project now that I'm very focused on developing, because of having seen what is happening in all these retreats all these years, and needing the time to unwind and the integration after. Also for those who have the possibilities, not only time-wise, financially, if you want to call it, because it's a little bit more inversion, as in time-wise, as in belonging-wise, because we want to belong. So we're already belonging to the community, but we're going to belong to the Bambuddha community, and as in service also. So as in, people come and they say, how can I help? I want to help. I want to do something. So having the possibility also to integrate and be of service in a very light way, very, very simple tasks. And like that, we are creating more community, as in also in planting and having the little vegetable garden, as in maybe rooming the beach, as in maybe serving one day with Margarito, or giving the cats the food, or, little activities that make you feel part of and make us feel important and wanted and accepted, and part of. So that's also a way of seeding love. It's like, you're important.
Yes, that is very important feeling. And yes, I can agree. But if person is not able to come to a whole month or longer period, and they are still able to come to a shorter retreat or shorter ceremony, could you share like one advice how this integration could be done on their own? They have been there, they done the, use the medicine, being part of the ceremony, then they have to go home to this busy life, but like one hack how they could at least try to integrate it. Could you share?
Yeah. Well, for sure. That's why we're there, like Bambuddha team. And talking about ceremonies, I like to say, well, Berhard and myself, as in the ceremonies, talking about fasts and cleanses, and it's myself and Bambuddha team definitely being in touch. Definitely before coming, we already asked for a little evaluation card to be filled out so that the process can be deeper, simpler, easier as we go through it, whatever it is, if it's ceremony or if it's retreat or cleans. And then we are in touch afterwards for at least a month afterwards, being in contact to see how we can integrate what's happening out there in life. If you need any help, mainly, what is it? Psychological help, just feeling that somebody is there, not feeling like totally alone and exposed. So that's mainly what I feel is happening, that we feel so alone. And the path, the life path, is a very lonesome path, although we're surrounded and we're in community and we have family. And instead of not saying lonely, it's just alone. We're walking alone. And there's a really nice saying from Ram Dass. I use it a lot these days. It's Ram Dass. He says, we're just accompanying one another home. That's what we're doing. We're walking along this path of life, and we're accompanying one another home. So that's the same with integration. Accompany one another while you're going back out there on your way.
That is really beautifully said. And sometimes this being alone is really nice, and of course very needed. And sometimes being alone can be a bit lonely as well. Yeah, it can be very different. And our time is slowly coming to the end. And as the last thing I would ask you, what would you say to a person who is listening to this video and maybe some others where I talk with some of the speakers coming to NonConformist series, and they are like, yeah, maybe I should grab my ticket and listen to the whole talks and stuff, but is a bit hesitant to decide? What would you say?
What would I say? I would say, don't think about it too much. I mean, we're all on this ride together. Life is a ride. We are non-conformist riders of the wave, of this wave, of this new wave. The wave has always been there, but I really invite you to come in. There's so many amazing speakers and so much incredible information that is going around. I'm so grateful to be part of this movement, of this series, and I can't wait to see you all in person. I really want to
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Not only to be present at the NonConformist series, but also go to Bambuddha and experience.
Yes.
At least for a little taste.
At least
it is.
Yeah. If you can't do the whole month, I really urge you, for those lonesome riders out there, doing a whole month is going to make a life-changing experience for you. But start off with 1 week. Right now we have loads of retreats coming up, but in between there's like week spaces. So during those week spaces, already coming in and getting the experience is also like a good first little scratch.
Yes, because it is not like you can hear about something 100 times, but to see something, to experience something one time, gonna be much bigger than just listen about this. Yes, I personally totally advise everyone to go to Bambuddha. You're not gonna regret it. It's not just, we are not just saying that it's a great place. It is a great place. And kids love it, and you welcome pets as well. So the whole family can come.
I welcome
the whole family
from all sorts of paths and walks of life, all sorts of traditions, all sorts of ideas and backgrounds. And yes, pets, 4 legs, 2 legs, 3 legs, 5 legs. Yeah, we accept them. And kids also, of course, we urge you to come with kids, as to come into a very conscious environment where they also learn to live consciously with each other and with nature, and taking care of the space as if it were their own.
And no screens if you don't bring them yourself.
Yes, no screens.
And really great food. Yes.
And yummy food. And lots of hugs.
Yummy food.
Yeah.
Lots of hugs.
Yeah.
Yes. So guys, please come to the NonComformist series first, and then go to Bambuddha in person. And experience this amazing place. Thank you for watching. See you some other time. Peace, love, and anarchy.
Peace, love, and anarchy. Thank you.